Aurora police now say a 14-year-old was carrying a pellet gun when an officer shot and killed him. For more than a week, the department said Jor'Dell Richardson was carrying a semi-auto handgun.
Tonight, we have body camera video of the shooting. Want to warn you, it is difficult to watch. There are concerned community members before they saw that video who gathered outside police headquarters to march. 9 News reporter Cole Sullivan is there tonight. Cole?
Kyle, the lawyer for Jor'Dell Richardson's family, says police did not tell them until only moments before the chief said publicly here that it was a pellet gun, not a semi-automatic handgun, as they have been saying for more than a week. The chief, in his press conference this afternoon, said that he confirmed it with his team yesterday, but between the body camera video and the revelation that the Jor'Dell Richardson, the 14-year-old shot and killed last week by Aurora police, was not carrying a firearm, but rather this pellet gun, led to protests here in Aurora tonight. Outside Aurora Police Headquarters, more than 100 protesters chant his name. Inside APD, the chief shows video of his officer shooting and killing 14-year-old Jor'Dell Richardson. Within seconds of arriving at a mini-mart at 8th and Dayton last Thursday, police chased Jor'Dell, who they say was part of a group that just robbed the store. This body camera video shows an officer tackle him to the ground. The second officer is right behind him. For the first time, police now say Jor'Dell was carrying a pellet gun, not a semi-automatic pistol, when he died.
These officers did not have the opportunity to assess threats and to go frame by frame. They didn't have an opportunity to back up. They didn't have an opportunity to do any of that. It happened real time.
Jor'Dell was a boy, and he had a toy.
The family's lawyers say police didn't tell Jor'Dell's parents until this afternoon that their son was armed with a pellet gun.
Our son died in a dirty alley. Scared.
Now they're angry about what police did.
To know that the police didn't even try to think twice that he was a child.
And angry about what the police didn't tell them.
But you don't deserve that badge. You don't deserve to be called chief. You're a coward.
The police chief is defending his officers, saying that that pellet gun could cause harm, or talking specifically about dangers it could pose if they were shot in the eye, for example, defending their actions with that pellet gun. However, the chief notably did not say whether the officers saw Jor'Dell's hand on the gun, or whether Jor'Dell's hand was on that gun, or whether that gun was ever pointed at officers. The chief would only say that the officer told investigators why he fired his weapon, but the chief was not releasing that information because of ongoing investigations. Kyle.
Yeah, that feels pretty crucial, Cole, because we can't see that on the video, and clearly Jor'Dell is at least partially subdued at the moment that the shooting happened. So we're going to be relying on police apparently to tell us what all was happening. How restrained was he? Was there a movement for the weapon? That kind of thing.
Exactly. You see that the officer has tackled Jor'Dell in that moment, but you can't tell from the body camera what Jor'Dell, the 14-year-old, is doing with one of his hands. You can't see it. There is surveillance. There are surveillance camera videos in that alleyway. We've walked and seen them ourselves. The chief says he doesn't know that any additional information was gained from that. However, the criminal investigation into the officer's potential wrongdoing may have obtained some of that surveillance video that could perhaps point this in a little bit of a different light, or at least give us more information.
All right, Cole Sullivan, thank you.